Boundaries in relationships. We think they're all about building walls, right? But what if the secret to deeper connections actually lies in knowing what to eliminate?
That's such an intriguing way to look at it. How did you come to that perspective?
Well, I've been exploring these fascinating tools called cards that combine images and words to reveal deeper insights. Today's cards showed this dramatic figure in a cloak reaching toward light, paired with the word eliminate, and it really challenges our usual thinking about boundaries.
The combination of those elements seems pretty powerful. What struck you most about that pairing?
You know what's fascinating? The way the figure is simultaneously protected, yet reaching outward. It's like this perfect metaphor for how healthy boundaries work. They're not walls, they're more like filters that let the good stuff in while keeping the harmful elements out.
That reminds me of research showing that people with clear boundaries actually report stronger, more lasting relationships. Something like 80% of couples who practice healthy boundary setting stay together longer.
Oh, that's really interesting. And looking at this red background in the image, it speaks to the emotional intensity that often comes with boundary setting. I mean, how many of us have felt that surge of anxiety when we need to say no to someone we care about?
The psychology behind that anxiety is fascinating. Studies show it's often rooted in childhood experiences where we learn to prioritize others' needs over our own.
That's exactly what these cards seem to be addressing. The need to eliminate those inherited patterns that tell us self-sacrifice equals love. The cloaked figure almost seems to be showing us that protection and connection aren't mutually exclusive.
How do you think people can start identifying which boundaries need strengthening and which might need softening?
Well, looking at the imagery, it suggests starting with elimination, like clearing out the underbrush before planting a garden. Think about relationships that consistently drain your energy, patterns of overgiving, or those moments when you say yes while your whole body is screaming no.
That makes me think about how digital boundaries have become such a crucial issue, with studies showing that people who don't set clear online boundaries experience 45% more stress in their relationships.
Oh, that's such a relevant point. And it connects perfectly with this image of reaching toward light. We're all seeking clarity in an increasingly connected world. The cards seem to be suggesting that sometimes we need to eliminate the noise to hear our own inner wisdom.
The concept of elimination as a positive force is pretty counterintuitive in our more is more culture.
Exactly. And here's what's really powerful. When we eliminate these draining patterns, we actually create space for deeper connections. Research shows that couples who practice healthy boundaries report 60% more satisfaction in their relationships.
That's remarkable, and it challenges this common fear that boundaries push people away.
You know what's interesting about that fear? The cards suggest it's actually one of the first things we need to eliminate. This false belief that boundaries equal rejection. The cloaked figure isn't hiding, it's reaching out, but from a place of strength.
That image really captures the delicate balance between protection and connection.
And that's really the heart of what these cards are revealing. Boundaries aren't just about saying no, they're about creating space for authentic yeses. When we eliminate what doesn't serve us, we make room for relationships that truly nourish us.
That perspective really transforms the whole conversation around boundaries from restriction to liberation.
Absolutely right. And perhaps that's the most powerful takeaway, that setting boundaries isn't a sign of fear or weakness. It's actually an act of courage and self-respect that allows for deeper, more meaningful connections. Just like that figure in the cards, we can be both protected and reaching towards something better at the same time.